What is going on, guys? Spencer here for another video of the Athlete Special, and in this video we're gonna have a little bit of fun and do something completely different, something I've never done before. I am going to be reacting to the one and only time I broke 4 minutes in the mile back in 2019, which is 6 years ago. That is crazy to me. Blows my mind how fast time goes by. You know, a lot of you guys might know me or come to my channel because I'm a dude who has raced costume races, but there was a time back in the day where I ran for Georgetown University, a Division I school, where I was a really solid middle distance runner, and my favorite event of all time was always the 1 mile run. It meant the world to me that I was able to break 4 minutes. So we're gonna react to this video. We're also gonna react to my favorite 800 meter race in college after we react to this video. And I haven't seen these videos in years, so without further ado, let's take a look into the day that I broke 4 minutes in the mile. All right, guys, the 2019 David Hemry Valentine Invitational, Heat 2 of the men's mile. Here we go. I am all the way out in lane 5 right there on the inner part. And yeah, you can see I'm actually not wearing a Georgetown University singlet. I'm wearing a Wilton singlet, which is the high school I went to. And that's because I was redshirting this season. This was my senior year of track and field. So I wanted to run a 5th year. So I ended up redshirting my indoor senior year season, but I still wanted to go to races. So I paid for my own travel to go out to Boston to do some fast races. But as you guys can see, coming up on 200 meters, we are already shuffled towards the back. We came through in like 31.5, which is a little bit slow, but not too slow. Also, fun fact about this race, I had never worn half tights before, but you can see I'm third to last right now, just chilling in the back. And actually, my coach later on told me that he was really nervous for me that I was really far back at this point in the race, but I always found that I ran better when I was just relaxed and chilling in the back of the race. So everyone's in a line, running smart, running solid. We came through 400 in like 61 mid, but it's a little bit longer than 400, so we were right on pace. So, you know, I felt like I was in a good spot right here. Like I said, it's all strung out, and gosh, guys, my form back in the day, it was just better than it is now. That's crazy to look at. You know, you just do so many intense workouts in college. Like, all the memories are flooding back now of how much work went into this. Actually, the week before I ran this race, I ran 4:04 in the mile. So I knew that I was close, but I was, you know, sub 4 was going to be difficult. As you can see, another person passes me. So I am now in second to last place as we enter into 600 meters. So only 1K to go. That's the other thing. The mile is such a short race. It's not, you know, it's just not that long of a distance. So it's really just, you're just trying to hang in there and make it to like 800. And if you can make it to 800, then you get to a point where you're like, okay, I can keep going. A little bit of people in the way right now, but that's not going to be a big deal. As we come through 800, now I am back into last place, people. So this race looks like it is not going well at all. But again, I was just really relaxed, trying not to do anything. And yeah, just chilling. The whole pack was together as well. And, you know, actually right here, it looks like I'm starting to get gapped, but it's because I was just staying as under control as possible. So yeah, we're coming up to 600 to go. The leaders are still pacing it out nicely up front. And this is where I was like, all right, it is go time. But let me give it a pause. I want to talk about today's sponsor, Transparent Labs. So as you guys know, I work with Transparent Labs. I use their protein and their fast acting carb mix. So essentially, literally what I do is I just put in 1 scoop of their protein and 2 scoops of their carb mix in after pretty much every run. I have the cinnamon French toast flavor of protein, and the carb mix is unflavored. So it tastes really good. I personally really enjoy it every morning. I kind of crave it after I run. But Transparent Labs also has several other supplements. And one thing I've been using recently is their collagen supplement. I'll just put this in a glass of water and drink it before I run in the morning. And that's because collagen can help promote healing in the Achilles area and on tendons. So that's why it's really important for me to be also having collagen, because I'm trying to keep my body as healthy as possible and kind of recover from this little nagging Achilles thing. Transparent Labs is all natural flavors and sweeteners, third-party tested, and Informed Choice certified, which is amazing to hear as an athlete because I know that the stuff I'm taking is safe. If you're interested in Transparent Labs, use TAS10 for 10% off. All right, we are back, and it's time to keep going on this race. 600 meters to go, and we are still in last place, people. How are we going to break 4? You know, we came through the 1K in like 231 to 232, so we're gonna have to close fast right now. And I honestly, look, I don't even really remember this race too well. I can't believe I am still in last place at this point. So yeah, this is getting, it's getting a little dicey. So, all right, we're coming up to 400-ish now to go, and I finally, for the first time in the race, passed one person. Came through in 3:01, so I knew we're on pace. Actually tripped up a little bit there, almost fell. Didn't quite fall, but, you know, I just kept grinding it out, and now I think I'm about to make another pass as we enter into 300 meters to go. Yep, I passed one guy, and I will always say this, people, having positive momentum in a race is just so important, because it just feels good to pass people. Here I am passing another person as we go into the bell lap, 3:31, so I need to close in 28 if we're gonna break 4, and there's a couple guys up front in front of me still. I go around this one last guy right here. Honestly, I probably should have tried to run with this pack in front of me, but I just didn't keep up. But I was flying at this point. I felt so good, so strong. I'm kicking super hard. I'm actually catching up a little bit to the guys in front of me, but I'm not gonna win this race. But how close to sub 4 are we gonna get? I'm kicking my ass off right now. And boom, 3:59.97. I have one of the slowest sub 4 miles in the history of the US, which is kind of crazy. The results are going to come up here in a second. Brown, 5th place, 3:59.97. Guys, this was also before Super Shoes, which, you know I ran the sub 4 on this fast track, but it was the year before Super Shoes came out. So crazy fun fact, I've never run a PR in Super Shoes, which is crazy to me. So I don't know. I was on fire in 2019, so I was super pumped about this race. I had a lot of fun commentating that race, so I want to quickly just commentate one more of when I ran my best 800 meter run in college. Okay, here we are, and my best 800 race I did in my college career. This was the same year, 2019, a couple months later in April at the George Mason Invitational. Now you can see I am in lane 4 right here. The gun is about to go off, and boom, gun goes off. And guys, I was in crazy good shape at this point, and actually the weather for this race wasn't even really that good. My goal was to run a PR, which at the time was 149.3. So what are we going to run, folks, and how are we going to compete? There's not as good footage of this race, but I had a lot of fun doing 800s in college, folks. You know, the 800 is just such a fun race. I wish I could be an 800 guy. If I was a little bit bigger, I probably could be, but you know, the top guys are just so fast. But here we are. My teammate Joe White is pacing me, and my coach said just get right into second place and get ready to go out fast. So that's what we are doing at this point. 300 meters in, we are, you know, cooking, and it's basically like a time trial effort. So 51, 52, came through in like 52.5 in second place. The pacer is about to step off soon, and it's just me up front, folks. So what are we going to run? Are we going to run 147, 148, 149? What is it going to be? Comment down below if you remember when this race happened. Again, 6 years ago, people. So crazy. But here we are, kicking it down, and look how close it is. There's like 5 people wide, but boom, pulled off the win, 149.12. That is the fastest 800 I ever ran in college. And you can even see I was slightly disappointed when I finished the race, just because I thought I was going to run even faster. But unfortunately, that was the fastest race I ever ran in college. I thought I could probably run a 147 at some point. Obviously, it never happened, so it doesn't really matter what you think you can do. I hope you enjoyed me going down memory lane. Hopefully, it kind of invigorates you to try to run your own PRs this spring and summer, because these are the months to do it. So get after your miles, get after your 800s, get after whatever event you're doing, whether it's road or track, and we'll see you in the next video.